I did. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن ابن عباس أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بعث بكتابه إلى كسرى مع عبد الله بن حذافة السهمي، فأمره أن يدفعه إلى عظيم البحرين، فدفعه عظيم البحرين إلى كسرى. فلما قرأ مزقه. قال ابن المصيب: فدعا عليهم رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أن يمزقوا كل ممزق. رواه البخاري. Sayyidina Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he sent a letter to Kisra. Right? Kisra was one of the kings, right? At the hands of Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Hudhafa as-Sahmi, instructing him to give the governor of Bahrain, right? And he delivered it to Kisra. When reading it, he tore it into pieces. So Ibn Musayyib, narrator of this hadith, he said that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, might invoke a curse on them and that they might be torn to bits. So we find what happened is that the Kisra, right, was the king, yeah, one of the kings, um, and their main religion there was, I find, was fire worshipping. So the letter of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent to the one named Parvez, right? He was the son of Harmuz. So in the custom, the letters normally what would happen is that people would address the letters by the name of the, starting with the name of the king, right? And then whatever subject matter, whatever content after that, right? But the king's name was always first. So this letter that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent here was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name was first, followed with Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam's name, right? So when he saw this, yeah, this Parvez became, Kisra became angry and irritated, and he said, "No, I'll dare my slave write a letter like this in this particular manner." And that's when he, out of rage, he tore the letter into pieces. And then the Sahabiya that took the letter, he went back to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he informed him and told him what happened, right? The manner or the conduct, how this king, went on. And then that's when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, made a dua that that in the same manner, the kingdom will also be torn into bits. Tabari also mentioned that Pervez was killed by his son, after like 6 months after it in the night. And then, or he was killed after that. And then also his son also passed away. Later, after he passed away, his son also passed away. And that's how the entire dynasty collapsed, right? And the entire place went down. نعم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن أنس أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كتب إلى كسرى وإلى قيصر وإلى النجاشي وإلى كل جبار يدعوهم إلى الله، وليس بالنجاشي الذي صلى عليه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. رواه Muslim. That Sayyidina Anas radiallahu ta'ala who narrated that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam wrote letters to Kisra That's Khosrows of Iran, the Caesar of Rome, and the Najashi, Negus of Ethiopia, and to every dominant, proud ruler, and inviting them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the religion of Islam. But the Najashi was not the same Najashi whose funeral Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam had offered right in Medina. So the concluding was speaking about the hadith makes it clear that obviously the letter of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent to a Najashi, right? Uh, who had accorded a warm welcome, he gave a warm welcome to the Muslims, immigrants of Ethiopia. So whether which Najashi it was, just ensure it whether it's the first or second, right? There was one first Najashi, the second it's unclear which one became Muslim. So like we mentioned, Najashi, the Muslims also they made he was one who respected and honored the Muslims. So in the people of Makkah, the Quraysh obviously they had some difficulty in right in Makkah, and then Nabi Islam permitted them to migrate to Ethiopia, right? And the people of Ethiopia, yeah, Najashi, they opened the gates for the Muslims, and they loved them. So when the first batch of Muslims immigrated to Ethiopia, they went under the leadership of Sayyidina Uthman. Second group went under the leadership of Ja'far, right? Ja'far al-Tayyar, which was the brother of Hazrat Ali, radiallahu anhu. Right, so they left there, and Nabi also sent a letter to the king, inviting him to Islam, to Najashi, and also telling him or advising him rather, but being arrogant towards Muslims and treating them with humility, etc. However, like the Quraysh of Makkah at that time, they were still not willing to let the Muslim immigrants live in peace. Even though they were in Ethiopia, still they wanted to cause havoc. So they went to Najashi and they told him, these people, yeah, they follow their own religion. Some beliefs they have, which is strange, and we don't even know, you don't know. And like this, they cause some confusion. But he never left it there. What he did is he went and he interviewed the immigrants. So Ja'far al-Tayyar radiallahu anhu, yeah, he gave a speech, right? Outlining the beliefs of Islam, and speaking about Islam, and saying that, oh king, we were people of arrogance. We were ignorant people, arrogant people. We killed people. We were wicked. All the wicked deeds. We ill-treated our neighbors, brother tormented brother, all the things that they did. He was mentioning. He says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused one person to grow up amongst us, and that person was fully truthful, trustworthy, even before he became. And already aware of our trustworthiness. And this person invited us to Islam, and he taught us about Islam. He taught us to leave this idol worshipping and leave this evil and you know eating the property of the orphans and doing all these things. And that's where we listen to him. Paying zakat, giving salah, and all these things. That's how we change our life. We refrain from all these different things. So after Najashi uttered our entire speech, that's when he was touched by this, right? And then later after Nabi Islam, again sent letters to different kings, right? And then again a second letter to Najashi also. And the second time when he came, right, Amr ibn Umayyah Dhamari, he was the one and went and gave the letter, right, to Najashi that Nabi Islam sent. And also first, obviously, before he gave the letter, he thanked Najashi for taking care of the Muslims and they gave the letter. And when he read this letter, and he spoke to him also about Islam, giving da'wah first to him and like that. And after this whole incident, what happened is that Najashi was impressed, and then he took the letter and he accepted Shahada. He said, "Ashhadu la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah." And that's where he accepted Islam. And he said that if I could have made Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam myself, I would have, gone to him and I would have met him. He said his son was some gifts to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but his son also passed away en route to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and he didn't. But he said, and like that, they respected it so much that they kept it in one box. Said as long as we have this letters, our kingdom and everything will remain, and we will remain safe, us and our people. End of this hadith.